Adam B. here with Kraft Music, and today we're going to take a look at the Roland RD-88 EX digital piano. What's the EX for? It's for expanded. The RD-88 EX is loaded with over 3,000 sounds from Roland's ZEN-Core sound engine. But it also includes the SuperNATURAL Acoustic Piano 3 expansion, and it sounds amazing. This is a great piano for a variety of applications. It's slimline, so it's portable. It has built-in speakers, and it has professional grade line level outputs. So this instrument would be well suited in your home studio, your practice room, your church, your school, on stage, in the recording studio. It's a very versatile instrument. I particularly like the PHA-4 key action that's found in RD-88. It's one of the best in its class, and it's a very expressive key action. RD-88 EX will allow you to do many common things at the simple touch of a button, like changing your tones, setting up a split or a layer, using the 3-band EQ, bringing in or out reverb or delay, accessing the metronome and the rhythm patterns. It's a very nice tactile interface on the instrument. It even includes a pitch and a mod wheel. RD-88 has all the I/O you'd expect. I/O, ins and outs. First of all, there's a stereo headphone output, that's a 1/4 inch. Then you've got your standard left and right 1/4 inch outputs. It also has inputs, a 3.5 millimeter input or 1/8 inch, but also a 1/4 inch input. RD-88 EX features a traditional 5-pin MIDI out, but also USB to host, USB to device, not 1, not 2, but 3 pedal inputs, and of course the power. That USB port I mentioned, that's a MIDI interface, that's an audio interface, and RD-88 EX has a dedicated control mode for Apple Mainstage. Let's take a closer look at the control panel on the RD-88 EX. First of all, selecting my tones is really simple. You've got all these general sound categories: pianos, electric pianos, clav and mallets, organs, strings, pad and choir, guitar and bass, brass and winds, synth, and a whole lot of others. Those are the general sound categories. Within each general sound category, if I look to the screen, I can arrow up and down, concert grand, and then you see just below it, concert grand. Now, if I use the increment and decrement buttons, I can see that there are variations of all the grand pianos. There's bright concert, mellow concert, concert grand 2, on and on. So it's not just that there's 8 tones, there are a variety of variations of those tones under each button. The same would be true for electric pianos. You can see, there we go, decrement. You can see the variations of the electric pianos. Same would be true for all of these sound categories. So lots and lots of tones in this instrument, over 3,000 different tones. If I've gotten into a different general sound category and I've made some editing and I just want to get back to the basic piano, well, there is a one-touch piano button, and that sends me right back to the default concert grand piano. I love the tactile interface. Reach up, grab a tone, make your adjustments, and the same would be true if I am adding some reverb or chorus and delay. It's just a dial, and I can bring in as much of it as I want or as little of it as I want. Real easy. Splits and layers are the same way. I can touch a split, it'll default to a grand piano and acoustic bass, and again I can arrow down and I can change that bass to any tone I want it to be. I can change the top tone as well. Back over here, I have independent volume control over each of those voices. Maybe I want more bass, maybe I want more piano, and it's as simple as the turn of a dial. The same would be true in the dual mode. Some of us think of dual as a layer. It's two sounds at one time across the entire piano. The instrument is going to default to grand piano and strings, and again, I can change those tones, no problem. I can change the top tone, I can change the bottom tone. Easy breezy. And again, I have balance control over the volume of both of those tones here under these two dials. Not only can I have a split and a dual independently of each other, but I can have a split and a dual all at once. So we'll turn on the split, and I've got bass and piano. But if I also turn on dual, what I'm going to get is still the bass in the left hand, but piano and strings in the right. Very nice. Now let's take a look at what these four dials here do. Tone color will do something a little different depending on the sound that you're on. When I'm on a grand piano sound, it makes that tone wider in the stereo field. Here it is zeroed out. There it is at its widest. And back in again. That's a really nice feature. I'm going to skip the multi-effects dial just for the moment because, well, frankly, with the grand piano patch, it doesn't do anything, but it will with some of the other sounds. So we'll revisit that in just a sec. Now let's take a look at this chorus delay dial, and for grand pianos, the more I turn that up, the more delay I'm going to get. Nice delay there, and I can have as much or as little of that as I'd like. And the same is going to be true for reverb. Here we've got a very dry tone. Now we've got a very wet tone. And of course, everywhere in between. You don't have to just use them one at a time. You can use them all simultaneously. There's my reverb. Here's some delay, and here's that wide stereo image. Now, let's talk about that multi-effects tone button. For that, I'm going to go to an electric piano, and let's take a look at one that has some phaser on it, so I can really showcase this. Phase stage, here it is. Nice phaser electric piano. Listen to what happens to the tone when I use this multi-effects dial. The phase is more exaggerated when I turn that up. Do you hear that? That's at 100% right there. You can really hear it swirling. And if I back that off, less swirl. So that's the multi-effects dial. Working in this same area with these four dials, if I touch this button here, it's labeled EQ Adjust. I've got some equalization. Low, mids, and highs. Perhaps from time to time, you need to transpose your instrument. Maybe you're accompanying someone who knows the song in a different key than you do, so you can simply transpose your piano. And it's really easy to do. There's a button for it. So here we go. Transposition. C is 0. So let's take it down a whole step. Boom, boom. That'd be B flat. Now the whole piano is in B flat. So when I play a C chord, it sounds like a B flat. Now I want to get back to concert pitch. Hit middle C, and now I'm back to concert pitch. You can transpose up or down in half-step increments, just like I am here, simply by touching the keys around middle C. Many digital pianos have tone wheel organ sounds, which is really fantastic. But not all digital pianos give you rotary amplifier speed control. RD-88 EX does give you that control on the modulation wheel. and there's a variety of organ patches in the RD-88 EX. RD-88 EX is so much more than a digital piano. It's an orchestra full of strings, it's a variety of organs, it's also a synthesizer. Not all digital pianos have a pitch and a modulation wheel, and both of those are very useful when playing synthesizer sounds. Pitch and modulation, very useful. So that's the Roland RD-88 EX digital piano. Once again, my name is Adam B. here with Kraft Music. If you have questions about this piano or any of the instruments that we carry, we hope that you'll reach out and contact us. Thanks for watching.